Hello, this is Terrence Collins from Inside Gameworks. I'm playing around with screencast, and I'm trying to set up my Udemy course. As you can see here, this is like kind of my logo for the Udemy, and the name of the course is Video Games and Education. So it basically talks about, it's video game development, so it talks about how to create a video game. I blend the education piece in there because a lot of educational games, they tend to not draw the attention of the students. Students normally use them in school. They don't really want to bring them home unless the parents are making them play them. So I'm trying to show how you can blend AAA titles. How if you're a developer, or an educator, how much of an advantage it would be to either learn how to program or to go into the field of video gaming, because you can reach more students that way. So if you take a look at what's going on, I just have the basic screen up as someone that's just watching. But let me see if I have another page. That's not the one. Okay, so we're getting started here. This is one of my first lectures. It first asks the question, why do I want to create a video game? It's rather interesting. And, just basic. And again, this is from my experience. 15 years plus of game development, and a lifetime worth of art experience, and about 15, 16 years of education, experience working as an educator. So this just basically talks about about video gaming and why I would want to become a video game developer. My next tech lecture talks about learning how to create a game. These are all text-based. I haven't had an opportunity to get my my videos up yet. I plan on working on those in the future. So these are very very brief until I get an opportunity to put my videos up. This is who wants it. Who's going to be a target audience. Who's going to get it. What platform. They're going to get. Your budgets. How you're going to make money for to put your game together. Who's what team are you going to use to get it going? How are we going to do it? The actual work of it, the research and development piece of it, actually doing the work, things you might need, like an external hard drive, flash drive, blank CDR media, kind of save your work, save often. That's number one rule. And then finishing it off, not only doing like beta testing, but also completing the job completely. So it's rather, it's just interesting. So, and then my favorite part is the resources section here. Talks about the game engines and everything. What you're going to use, and then I have a list of game engines. When you click on it, it goes right to a Wikipedia page, and it talks about all the different game engines. Believe it or not, a lot of these are freeware, so you don't have to pay a dime for them. Let me see if the Wintermute is up here. Well, I know Wintermute that's a freeware engine, so you don't have to pay a dime for it. It has a really, really difficult learning curve, though, I'll be honest. So, excuse me, that's one of those game engines where, really, really gonna have difficulty, really getting it to work. And it's one of those that have been abandoned. At Wintermute's not up here. You're gonna have difficulty getting it to, getting any help. They have like a small community, but the developers have abandoned it. There are other game engines that are like that. You find that a lot with the freeware engines because, for whatever reason, when the engine developer, when they built, they had delusions of grandeur. They wanted to make millions and millions of dollars, and when it didn't pan out, instead of just taking it away from the communities that might be interested, they throw it out as a freeware, and you can develop games with it, because they all have like simple formats, platforms to go into, but once they decided that found out they weren't going to make any money, they also stopped development, patches if there were any bugs involved. I mean, you find that with a lot of the art ones as well. You have more powerful ones like the GIMP that always has constant support because because of its popularity, but you have others that do not have any free support anymore, like Papagayo as an example. So anyway, this is just a basic idea of what my page, my Udemy will look like. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty happy with where I'm going with it. Like I said, I think once I get more videos up and running, and examples of I put like video examples of just to give people ideas of work that I've done. I think that I think I'll do rather well with it. But this again is one of those things where I really don't have a lot of time on my hands currently, because I'm trying to get through grad school. But I do see myself in the future taking advantage of a Udemy. I mean, I think it's amazing. Because like I said, I do want to one day become an adjunct professor and actually teach game design somewhere down the line. But here we go. Alright folks, thank you for watching.